You can get a new microphone. The classics of cinema, we must protect them and do everything we can to keep them for our children's children. Who's telling him what I just said?
Somewhere.
Somewhere? It's very quiet. Did you hear what I said? No. The hell with it. I see. Oh, he's got a headset, so he hears the translation. Wonderful. What is your name? I didn't ask you to stand up, I just asked you your name.
Vorrei chiamarmi semplicemente un suo ammiratore, comunque sono Gregorio Napoli del Giornale di Sicilia.
It's the longest name I ever heard in my whole life. If they do visual humor, they're wonderful. And if they're good, I think they're wonderful. But people who cannot do comedy should not do it. We got a few of them, too. Like President Clinton should not do comedy. Yeah, my children. Yes. What? No, it is not difficult. If you keep the child in you alive, like I have, the inside of me is 9 years old. Then if you do that, then you can do comedy easily. You must not be ashamed of the child. I am not ashamed of the child in me. And the child is the one who makes all the crazy things. And as a grown-up, I take all the money. Well, I couldn't get the best director to do it, so I did it. And I was the best. But I thought first I would get Billy Wilder, but I couldn't get him. So he said, do it yourself, so I did it. And I made a fortune. I got it on me. In Italian cinema, everything makes me laugh. Some of the most dramatic movies in Italian make me laugh. I love Italian movies. I'm going to tell you I don't love Italian movies. No, I love them. Especially when they have the titles that run across. Hey, what it does the Italian? What? Comedy is always the same. Comedy is a man in trouble. Comedy is silly, is mischief, is childlike, has always been that way for hundreds of years and will be that way for hundreds of more years. Comedy is very simple. You get in trouble. That's all. That's what comedy is. A man in trouble. And people like to laugh at someone in trouble because it is not them. That's a long question. I'm going to have to shave again. The comedians in the 50s are the same as today. The society we live in changes comedy. We lived in 1950 in a gentler, more friendly, more wonderful time in our time. And it changes by the speed of technology. And very often we cannot enjoy what we'd like to because of the speed of it. We should go back to 1950 and slow down. Everybody should slow down and not rush around so much. You must have time to laugh. You must laugh. Laughter is our safety valve. Laughter helps us get through Sarajevo. It helps us get through the stupid things that politicians do. Laughter is our secret, most important device, is to laugh. Turn to someone right next to you now and just go, ha ha ha! It's wonderful. She doesn't think so, but I think so. About who? Benigni's wonderful. Oh, he's wonderful. Just superb. Best thing to come along in many, many years. But the technology of film, is that what he asked me? The new technology now is a director sits with a machine and presses a button. It's not filmmaking. You sit down and you write, and then you shoot it is filmmaking. But to sit at a deck and press a button, and you have 4,000 Statue of Liberties down the lady's throat, that's not filmmaking. Anyone can write that. No, you have to make film the way film was meant to be made. But I'm an old-fashioned filmmaker, so I am prejudiced. Still Jewish, but prejudiced. They were wonderful. They were terrific directors. And all of the films that I made with them or myself were easy to understand film. It was good for all over the world. It speaks every language, because you don't have to know the language to see this silly fool. And when he is silly, that's the language that he's in. And whoever does the film does that with the idea that Jerry speaks the international language of all over the world, can go anywhere and entertain, and people will laugh. It's my financial pleasure. Well, Benigni is extraordinary, and one of the best to come around for many, many years, but I do not see enough Italian films to voice an opinion. I do not see enough of them.
Did you make a
From
film?
Sweden?
Yes.
In Sweden, I like the way they talk. They sing.
Yeah, just det. You shot the film.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. None of your business. That's as much as I talk about. See, in answer to your question, it was, In answer to your question, it was very much like my life. Very much. That's why I was so good in it. See. You never think about it. You never think about that you are Jewish or Italian or a Viking. You never think about that. You just do the comedy. The comedy that has all of the substance and all of the sentiment, and it may come from a Jewish comedian, I don't know. But most comedians that were Jewish suffered all through the years, and now they go in front of the audience and they make them pay money for their suffering. Yeah, I love it. I think it's wonderful. I couldn't ask anybody better in the world to make the presentation. I love it. He's a marvelous film director and a marvelous man, and I loved working with him, and I'm proud to be on the stage with him tonight. Is someone interpreting that they can hear? You. Shalom. Why did I choose it?
Yeah.
I didn't have any others ready. I choose it because I think it was my first work as a film director, and work I'm proud of. I thought it was very well done. I liked the film, so I chose it as one of my favorites. Nutty Professor would be my most favorite, then The Bellboy. Cinderfella. I love King of Comedy because it was a stretch. But you love them all. It's like asking which child do you love the most. You fear the other children will hear that you said one as opposed to the other. All of my films are standing somewhere backstage going, Dean Martin never had anything to do with it. I wrote that as a comedy, not as a social point of view or a memoir. No. He's through because I can't hear you and hear him. Now, what did he say? Like who? Emir, Costa Rica, right. It was wonderful fun. It was a wonderful director. We had a wonderful time. Nobody saw the movie, but we had a wonderful time. It played in all the theaters nobody went to. Wonderful. Did I have a date with you 15 years ago? I'm sorry I'm late. Of course, it would be my honor to receive it. Is it in English?
Yes.
Si. Clowns are easy to understand. Clowns are simple, childlike people. And anything to do with the child makes my work very easy. A clown is wonderful for everyone, for everyone's heart. A clown is wonderful. Okay?
Thank you.
Grazie. I'd rather be considered funny. Everybody is too damn serious. Everyone takes themselves too seriously. I like to be funny and silly. I'm building a cave. Stashing it all in the cave. What are you doing with the money you're making? That's much better. Now we don't hear you at all. Keep talking. We'll be out of here in 15 minutes. That's the only television I watch. CNN. There's no couch, no sitcom, no dog, no wife, no husband, no friends, nothing. CNN, Larry King, good evening. I hope you're not insulted, but that's the answer. To Washington, hey, ma Paul de Fried. And Washington says, hey, what do you tell ya? I love to do more for my work and my craft. And I learn from wonderful people about how we would deal with technology and comedy. And I innovated some things that I thought would help the actor and the actress be better and help the technicians be better. I am still in that process of trying to teach the shortcuts to great comedy. I will always think that way. Thank you. You have very good taste. To be at my daughter's graduation and my daughter's wedding, and my daughter is 7 years old, so I've got a ways to wait. But I don't mind. I will do that. I will hang around as long as I can. It's very nice here. If you bought a ticket, I would tell it to you. She said the magic word, Chaplin. I would not rate myself with those people. Down there somewhere, but Chaplin and Stan Laurel are here. And then some other wonderful men. And then I'm here somewhere. I'm trying to get up there. Yes, I wish I worked with Clark Gable and Edward G. Robinson and James Cagney and Humphrey Bogart. And on and on and on and on. Spencer Tracy, Robert Taylor. Yes, it would have been wonderful. But I worked with Robert De Niro, and that's about the same thing. Okay.
Excuse me.
Oh, no. No, I like to do comedy, not romance. Romance I do in my room.